Clearview Chronicles. IBRAHIM TraorÉ'S mega project, the road plan reshaping Burkina Faso. For decades, Burkina Faso remained one of West Africa's most underdeveloped nations when it came to modern infrastructure. Roads were limited, trade routes were weak, regional connectivity lagged behind neighboring economies. But under the leadership of IBRAHIM Traoré, the country is attempting something bold, ambitious, and deeply political. A massive, self-funded infrastructure revolution designed to transform Burkina Faso from the inside out. And according to the government, this is not just about roads. It is about sovereignty. Chapter 1. The young captain who took power. When Captain IBRAHIM Traoré seized power in 2022, he became the world's youngest head of state. The military takeover happened during a period of deep insecurity in Burkina Faso, where extremist violence, political instability, and public frustration had pushed the country into crisis. Much like neighboring Mali and Niger, many citizens believed traditional governments had failed to stop the collapse spreading across the Sahel. Traoré quickly built an image around nationalism, self-reliance, and economic transformation. And infrastructure became one of the centerpieces of that vision. Chapter 2. A country connected by dust. For years, transportation infrastructure in Burkina Faso struggled to keep pace with population growth and economic demand. Large sections of the country remained dependent on deteriorating roads, many of which became nearly impassable during rainy seasons. Trade slowed, rural regions remained isolated, and economic growth was limited by weak logistics networks. According to official figures referenced by Burkinabè authorities, only around 3,642 kilometers of roads had been paved over a span of more than 6 decades since independence. To Traoré's government, this became symbolic of a larger problem: dependence without development. Chapter 3. The Road Revolution. Then came the announcement that stunned many observers. The government declared plans to build between 3,000 and 5,000 kilometers of roads annually, a pace dramatically faster than previous national construction efforts. At the center of the initiative is a massive infrastructure corridor connecting Ouagadougou and Bobo-Dioulasso. The planned route is envisioned as a high-speed 8-lane highway stretching roughly 332 kilometers. But this is not a standard road project. Government plans reportedly include a 100-meter-wide right-of-way, 9 multi-level interchanges, 28 overpasses, a major underpass system, expanded logistics corridors, urban expansion zones. Officials say the project is intended to modernize commerce, accelerate troop movement, improve regional integration, and reshape the country's economic geography. Chapter 4. Built without foreign loans. Perhaps the most controversial aspect of the project is not the road itself. It is how the government claims it is being funded. Instead of relying heavily on foreign construction firms, Western development loans, or international contractors, the Traoré administration says it purchased more than 900 pieces of heavy machinery using locally mobilized funding. The reported cost, roughly 200 billion CFA francs, equivalent to approximately $357 million. The government argues this strategy keeps control of national infrastructure inside Burkina Faso rather than outsourcing major projects to foreign corporations. Supporters see this as economic independence. Critics question whether the country can sustain such massive spending while simultaneously fighting a severe insurgency. But politically, the symbolism is powerful. The message being projected is clear. Burkina Faso intends to build its future with its own hands. Chapter 5. The 60-day claim. One of the most widely discussed moments surrounding the project involved government claims that clearing, tracing, and preparation work for the 332-kilometer corridor was completed in just 60 days. State supporters described the achievement as proof of what national mobilization could accomplish when bureaucracy and foreign dependence were removed. Videos circulated online showing convoys of bulldozers, excavators, and construction crews moving across large sections of land. The imagery became part infrastructure campaign and part political messaging. For Traoré's supporters, the road project symbolizes momentum, a visible sign that the government is acting quickly while previous administrations failed to deliver large-scale modernization. Chapter 6. Development or propaganda? But not everyone is convinced. Some analysts warn that large infrastructure announcements in politically unstable nations can sometimes function as symbolic projects designed to strengthen public support rather than guarantee long-term economic success. Questions remain about maintenance costs, long-term financing, security risks near construction zones, economic sustainability, transparency in project execution. Burkina Faso continues to face deadly insurgent attacks across multiple regions. Extremist violence linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS affiliates remains one of the country's biggest challenges, and critics argue that infrastructure alone cannot solve deep-rooted instability. Still, even critics acknowledge one important fact. The scale and speed of the current infrastructure push is unlike anything Burkina Faso has attempted in modern history. Chapter 7. The bigger strategy. The highway project is not only about transportation, it is part of a broader geopolitical and economic shift unfolding across the Sahel. Military-led governments in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger increasingly promote economic nationalism, reduced Western influence, state-led development, regional military cooperation, infrastructure sovereignty. Together, these governments formed the Alliance of Sahel States, the AES, signaling a new political bloc emerging in West Africa. Infrastructure now plays a strategic role in that vision. Roads can improve. Military mobility, trade routes, resource access, regional integration, urban expansion, government control in unstable areas. In conflict zones, infrastructure can become both an economic weapon and a security tool. Chapter 8. The Traoré Effect. Across parts of Africa, IBRAHIM Traoré has become an increasingly influential figure online. To supporters, he represents African self-determination, resistance to foreign dependence, youth leadership, resource sovereignty, Pan-African nationalism. Images of the young captain inspecting machinery, visiting construction sites, and speaking against foreign interference have spread widely across social media. Some compare his rhetoric to earlier revolutionary African leaders such as Thomas Sankara. Others warn that personality-driven politics can become dangerous if institutions weaken under military rule. Still, Traoré's popularity highlights a growing reality. Many young Africans are demanding visible development, rapid action, and stronger national control over resources. Chapter 9. A New Model for Africa. The real question is whether Burkina Faso can successfully deliver on these enormous promises. If the infrastructure projects succeed, they could redefine regional transportation, economic growth patterns, urban expansion, Sahel trade routes, domestic industrial development. But failure could deepen financial strain in a country already under intense military and economic pressure. Either way, the world is watching closely, because what happens in Burkina Faso may influence how other African nations approach development, sovereignty, and foreign partnerships in the years ahead. Clearview Chronicles Outro. For decades, Burkina Faso was seen as one of the world's poorest nations. Now, under IBRAHIM Traoré, it is attempting to reinvent itself through speed, nationalism, and massive infrastructure expansion. The roads being built across the Sahel are more than concrete and asphalt. They are political statements, statements about who controls Africa's future, who profits from its resources, and whether a new generation of African leadership can truly build independent development on its own terms. The question now is not whether the world notices, it's whether Burkina Faso can actually pull it off.